All right, hello again, you fat bitches. I need to think of a better intro. Just before anything, I'm saying I'm doing a $25 giveaway at 100 Discord members. Link is in the bio, and let's get into it. Peace. All right, so it's a bit of a special one for you guys today. I've not seen a single content creator do this type of style of content for anime tower defense games. Like, obviously, I've seen other creators do a similar style, but not for anime tower defense games. And we're just bringing you the weekly news, what's happened, what is going to happen. So let's go through this week in anime tower defense. So I wasn't going to make a list, but then so much has happened that I've kind of had to make a list. So I'm going to kind of do my list from top to bottom, from how I writ it. So the first thing, which is kind of controversial, is anime Vanguards. Now, it isn't the news you think it's going to be. There was some other news before everything kicked off, but I'm going to do each section. So if there's anime Vanguards news, it's going to be in this section, all of it. So for the next however long we're going to be talking anime Vanguards, then the next game, all in one. So there's going to be a DPS sheet that's being worked on by, I think it was another YouTuber. It was Mc. Fuck, I've forgotten the name. It's Mc something too. I can't believe I've forgotten it. And another thing that was a discussion with anime Vanguards was if they were using AI for their recent memoria. Now, I'm not too sure how to feel about this because obviously they have to be DMCA free. They can't have things look too similar, but I didn't think that was a problem for the memorias. I wasn't. I didn't think that would be an issue, like art. But then again, I think it's the art style. It would be like I just don't see how it would be an issue having, say, a professionally drawn Ichigo. Because I think they do have one for Ichigo where it is him. So I'm confused why the Luffy one is like Goku mixed with 17 other isekai protagonists mixed in one. It's a bit strange. But yeah, anyway, let's just skip to the main thing about anime Vanguards. Obviously, I'm not going to say too much. Most of you probably know what all that of it. There's many people have already spoken about the situation. I kind of want to leave it alone because I do understand it all, but it's really not my place to, like, I can give the updates as just people are being sued left and right. That is literally pretty much all you need to know. Allegations of game stealing, Brandon the boss getting a redemption arc. You know, it's yeah. I don't want to go over it too much, so we'll skip over it. But a lot of things have been happening. Many people can't really even speak about it. It's not even the fact that I don't know much, but it's also kind of like you kind of can't really. You kind of have to be careful what you say. Alright, the next one might have you all actually pretty hype. Is Anime Reborn. Now, yeah, no, I'm just joking. Sorry. I know, it's too good to be true. I know. Okay, Blitzfire news. Blitzfire, Jujutsu Tower Defense. The worst tower defense in history to release. Made by the people who made Toilet Tower Defense. So you're not going to see much quality. There wasn't any quality. The UI is somehow blurry, which I've never seen a game do, is have blurry UI. And it's not even like the specs or anything. Like I've tried it on my phone. I've tried it on an old phone, a newer phone, my laptop, my PC. It's always blurry. How do you have blurry UI? This is what you get. And I tried telling him this as well, like one of the owners, which they do reply a lot. I tried telling them, like, anime tower defense games, like, factually spend the most on updates and have the most demanding community. And if you think you're going to turn a profit by making pure slop, like, just, what's the word they say? Put the fries in the bag. Fucking give it up. Another Blitzfire news, I'm just doing ones that don't have too much to talk about, is Anime Crusaders. Nothing's actually happening with it, it's been completely silent. They're not even doing the code spam. It's a bit strange. They do say like, oh, you know, we haven't run out of ideas, we've not, you know, abandoned their project, blah blah blah. But, you know, it's who knows. Another one, there's not too much to say about this one either, is Anime Story 2. And I just want to say this game has somehow had the most amazing comeback from nothing. Like, this is no disrespect to, like, who, I don't know who's working on it now, but it's kind of the same with the Jujutsu Tower Defense people, where these guys in suits who own these slot games, well, it's not even guys in suits, I don't think, but it's like, these people came in after building like tower games, like fucking Slap Troll Tower, and they came in, bought Anime Raid, ruined that, still didn't get the memo that quality is demanded for Anime Tower Defense games, bought Anime Story 2 and made it, the first one, sorry, demolished that after some horrible balancing. To be honest, it's been a while since Anime Stories. I can't remember if Best Bunny bought into it, which are the devs. But yeah, it was not good. Anime Story 2, amazing comeback. The game actually does feel decent. I can't actually tell if it's the same devs, but it does feel a lot better in quality. So that's a good thing, obviously. The next in the news, I'm going to send a screenshot of how I have this labeled in my notes on my phone. I'm literally doing it right now. But I did have the end of Boss Studios ALS Forgotten already as a little tag. But the devil be spoken, Brandon the boss has released an update of Steel Ball Run for Anime Last Stand, literally as I was sleeping last night. So he's completely shafted me on that one. He's proven me wrong on that. One more thing about Boss Studios / Brandon / that whole entire thing is, I do think Brandon is starting to learn things more in terms of what he needs to do and what he doesn't need to do. Right now, I know his team is stretched super fucking thin from buying loads of games, owning loads of games, so they're stretched super fucking thin, and it's hard to get trusted devs, and I can understand that as an ex-dev myself. I can understand it, but there's some things that just aren't excusable. But once again, I think he's on a look. I think he's going to be on a comeback where just Brandon as a person is changing, and I think obviously the games and obviously profit are going to benefit from that as a whole. So fingers crossed for that, because obviously the more games the better. Like, competition breeds innovation. So alright, let's get into some of the more, not juicier, but more of the popular news. utdx, Universal Tower Defense X. First thing I want to say is I am going to glaze the slop out of guilds real quick. Oh my god, I know it's a similar style to other games, but holy shit, it's just perfect. It is amazing. There's not even words for how amazing that they pulled it off, and it works. Well, it now works seamlessly, and I cannot wait for the more things that come with it, like guild wars, like competitions, like even like little things like cosmetic competitions within the guild itself, or a global competition where like 3 certain guild members will compete in the global for all guilds. And like, you know, the top 3 best cosmetics or dress, you know, just anything, something cool like that, you know. I cannot wait for what they do with the guilds. Next thing is they smashed their CCU record. This was actually before the admin abuse, where they got like 160k. They reached like 105 or something. But now they've just smashed out the park again. I mean, I don't want to give too much credit to the 160k because it's admin abuse, but obviously they wouldn't have gotten to that if the game wasn't the way it is anyway, seeing 90k average just on a normal day anyway. So honestly, just, yeah, once again, bravo to the devs. I've got a little side topic here. I was going to mention a new ATD by old Anime Ultraverse devs called Anime Destiny. I mentioned it in my last video, Anime Tower Defense Games coming 2026, and he has now since blocked me for saying don't play his game because he's going to sell it to Brandon again, which, I mean, let's be honest, if you're going to block me over an opinion like that, I don't think I'm wrong, to be honest. Both of my accounts, he somehow knew my other, he somehow found my dev account and banned that one. I don't know how. All positive news now. Anime Final Strike has a potential return. Biyuki TV, and I mentioned this also in my last video, Biyuki TV has like a role, I can't remember what role it is, but you can like have access to announcements, I think, and stuff. Brandon's still the owner, but it does look like Anime Final Strike is coming back. No wipe. I was looking in the general chat. There's no planned like they do plan for everyone to keep their units and stuff. There's no like reset like Anime Final Strike 2 or whatever. So for now, and to be honest, Anime Family Strike, I loved that game. It was really good before Brandon bought it, but still, it was still decent for a while Brandon did have it. Just, you know, quality things died down after a while with Brandon. So, yeah. I love you, Brandon, but come on, I gotta speak some truth. I gotta speak some truth. And the last one is Anime Paradox X. Now, it's meant to release soon. I had these notes written like last week, and they've now done a stage and stuff. I'm not too sure when it's meant to release. It was meant to be pretty soon by the way they were talking, but apparently it's going to take a little bit longer, which, you know, it's with development, as an XF myself, it's like, as much as people want to say like, oh, L delay, oh, why do you have to delay days? I know some people are like, oh, it's good to delay to avoid bugs and whatnot, but like, people don't understand, like, you know, like, even with one simple unit, how much work goes into one unit is insane, and the way the community demand updates and the way the community demand quality, I've always said it's outrageous how the community complains the way they demand update speed and quality. It's like anime tower defense games are going to breed a Chinese sweatshop. I promise you now. Like, I mean, in all fairness, the devs get paid a lot, so fair play. But it is outrageous how much people demand from the devs. That's like a whole nother video I can go on its own. To be honest, that could be a little preview to a rant video I do want to make about the anime tower defense community as a whole. Don't start hating me. It's just, you know, some select people and a lot of like backstepping a lot of the community do. Like one huge quick example before I end the video is that you're never happy if an update is too if a unit is too strong. The power creep. People say, oh, the power creep is bad, the last units weren't worth it. But then if the unit's weaker, it's pointless. Oh, we don't need that unit. What's the point? It's weaker than the last. We don't need it. We don't need it. So that's just my little side rant, a little teaser to another rant video that's coming. So yeah. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy and you want me to do, well, I do plan to do a part 2. But there might not be enough news for the week for the games, so, you know, it might be like a fortnightly thing. You never know. But right now, I've still got some notes for next week, working on it. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I love you.